Hey guys, welcome back on another vlog. This series has been going on for ages, but today is a bit of a milestone. So right now, as I'm filming this, I am currently packing my bathroom. So this is my bathroom box, and so I have started actually emptying all the things here. So these are the things I'm working with. So this is gonna leave with me at the very end, but like these are some things that I'm going through. This is my daily hair care and then my daily skincare, and these are things that I'm not gonna send in boxes, and this thing is actually empty as of now. So I definitely made quite some progress. I did empty a lot of things. These are things that are expired, half used, with mold, whatever. And this is my cupboard right now as it looks. I have been able to empty this whole part. I only keep this because I like the way it looks and it tastes also. But I am almost done with all the teas that I have. I did have a few teas that, if you remember, there were big boxes almost this size that I have sent to my sister's place, and they have stayed there. But this is what I'm working with. These are the things I'm using right now. I have some sachets. I had some rice tea, so I really like that. This is coming with me. And all of these spices, I'm not taking any of them, so I'm going to use whatever I get to use, and then I get to toss the rest. My pantry is full as always, so I'm not going to starve in the meantime. When it comes to my living room, I'm listening to the Hauser Adagio. This is by Albinoni, but this guy is just amazing. He's amazing. So this is my living room. I have put all my suitcases here, and then when I was packing I realized that I have way too much stuff, so that's why I decided to do an early spring cleaning. I thought I'm going to change just the way I'm going about this, because before I was just trying to cram as much as possible with me to send it to the UK, but now I'm just anyway, at some point I'm going to have to cull some things because I have like some t-shirts that are super stained, etc. So I decided I'm going to be a bit more like tougher with what I have. And I think the toughest part was actually with the skincare and all the cosmetics that I had, because I've been holding on to some hotel toiletries from 2 years ago. This is massive hoarding. So my boxes haven't changed much. I'm going to start aggressively packing this evening and tomorrow, because in 3 days I'm traveling with my sister for a week, for a bit, almost 2 weeks, and then as soon as I'm back we're going to have the movers coming in and taking these boxes, so I need to have everything done before I go. Right now, today is a bit of a special day because I'm giving back my computer, I'm giving back my work phone. I still have 2 weeks until I'm required to give back my electronics and all the company information and stuff and my badge, but I just don't want to have this stuff with me, especially that I'm going on vacation. So I'm just trying to look around at like any chargers, any things. I had already given back a lot of things before, so today I just decided that I wanted to get everything out of the way, anything that is related to my current work, and I'm going to just send it to, give it to them, and also have the IT guy, clean my computer, clean my my phone from all the contacts, from pictures and all these kind of things. And I'll give my badge, my credit card. I will also use the printer at work to print my leaving form, because typically when you leave you have a sort of checklist to make sure that you gave back everything that you were supposed to give back. And I will also print my shipping documents, because I'm sending all of this with one company, but they're using DHL as a carrier, so I need to have all the paperwork ready for them. And as soon as I'm back, I'm going to really start packing in detail, because before, up to now, I just had all these boxes loosely here just to make sure that I had enough things away, but that I would still have a lived-in apartment. But now, because I know that I only have 3 days here, and then after I'm back, I might say 1 week, I might say 2 weeks, maybe 3 or 4, who cares? But the thing is, I don't want to just have all things laid out in here just because I'm not sure exactly when I'm leaving. So I just decided I'm going to live on the minimum. So that's where I'm at right now. This section is still the same as we've left it before, but I I still have quite a few things in here, and I'm not very happy about that. So I'm gonna have to make some executive decisions as to what I keep and what I end up tossing, because a lot of things that I'm not keeping will probably be bad enough for me not to be able to donate them. In terms of job search, you might have noticed that I was a bit down and I wasn't really I didn't have the right energy to look for jobs, etc. So I decided that I wanted to be gentle with myself, and I had stopped for a moment. But this week I was in the right headspace. Yeah, I think it helps that I have less and less things around me, so I can start feeling detached from my current life. And I have started aggressively looking for a job. So the first thing that I did is that on LinkedIn, I changed my locale from Brussels to London, so that London recruiters can find me. And that has definitely worked, because I was contacted immediately by three, four people, I think. And I'm already starting to get some screening interviews. So that's already interesting. I don't like the way recruiters work, most recruiters work, because they say, I'm going to call you at 10, and then they end up not calling you, and then they only call you at 12. I've had a couple of people do that, and I didn't appreciate it. So for the first one, when she called me at 12, it was anyway for a job offer that once I knew who the employer was, I was not interested, because I don't like their corporate culture. So that was a very easy no. But then for the second one, I just didn't pick up his call because I'm busy right now. So I'm gonna have the call with him later on. We'll see how to reschedule this, because it's his mistake for being unprofessional and missing the time that we have set. I think that the relationship that some people entertain with recruiters is not always very balanced, and I can't deal with that. For me, it's I need to be in a mutual respect kind of relationship. So if you're not going to show up for the call, then at least send me an email, because I was probably supposed to meet other people, or I was supposed to be doing other things, but I have blocked this time in my calendar. So yes, I have a bit of an attitude when it comes to recruiters, but I think it's warranted, because I'm not begging for a job. I'm actually good, and so they really need to make sure that I get through the process and I eventually sign the offer, so that they also get their fee. So I'm just gonna quickly put on a bit of makeup, pack my things for the office, and then this is gonna be the last time that I go there as an employee, because afterwards I'm gonna be off on vacation. And then the next time that I come, which is in 3-4 weeks, I'm going to just come for my goodbye speech. So yep, okay, that is it. Hey guys, I'm back. That ended up taking a lot longer than I expected. I was supposed to be there at 2, so I was there at 2, but then I only finished at 6 p.m. because the person who was supposed to sign my papers was actually in meetings, but also I had to give all kinds of things like my computer, etc. It's actually super lucky that I ended up going today, because it turned out I misread my ending date on my papers, and so I was actually meant to finish on my birthday, and I am spending my birthday in Italy, so it's very lucky that I decided to go earlier before I was supposed to give back everything, because otherwise I would have been past the deadline, past my last day. I don't know what it means in terms of process if you don't give back your computer and phone, etc., but fine. So I didn't have lunch. I had a couple energy bars, but I'm really starving. So I did stop by my favorite Japanese supermarket, and I was like, anyway, I'm gonna have sushi. So I did end up getting some sashimi and 2 sushi things. Now, the thing is, this is the Japanese supermarket. It's called Tagawa, and is the cheapest, freshest sushi that you will have in actually in all of Brussels, in my humble experience. Now, because it was the end of the day, when I went there and I wanted to get these things, because they never sell something the next day, it was all 50% off. So that was really nice. Then I got some fresh shiitake mushrooms, because, to make my ramen, and some kimchi. I'm gonna make ramen, not tonight, but maybe in the coming few days. And then I got some ramen noodles. So these are gluten-free ramen noodles. It only takes 3 minutes to cook, so I got a few different types. And as much as I'm trying to, you know, lighten this section, I still think that I need my like my condiments. So I decided to still buy this. So I'm gonna just add it here. Yeah. And I got this, and that's it. So now I really have a headache because I didn't eat much during the day, and I have a very fast I used to have a fast metabolism. Now I just get the hunger, but I still get the weight. So I'm going to eat my sashimi and my sushi, and I'll talk to you later. Take care. Morning. Today is the big packing day. My sister arrives tomorrow early evening or late afternoon. I think early evening. So I have only today and tomorrow to pack everything in my apartment before we go travel, and then as soon as I come back, I'm gonna have DHL pick up my packs. I already printed out the shipping documents. Yesterday, as I have told you, I've given back everything that I had from my work. So this is today officially my first day where I don't have any link to my previous job. Feels a bit awkward. So I'm going to just get started. I decided to start working on the boxes one by one, and also be quite ruthless about what I keep and what I don't, because I don't want to take everything back with me to London. Also, I had these 2 suitcases that were already pre-filled with clothes, but I have decided that because eventually I won't have as many items as I thought, I will stuff clothes that I don't think I'm going to be using immediately into the boxes, so that each box is not super heavy. Plus I already paid for 10 boxes, so I might as well fill them to the brim, and clothes don't weigh much. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I'm just trying to look at some nice playlists on YouTube so that I have something upbeat to work to. I already have my tea. This is Ceylon tea from Altos. And so yeah, I'm gonna get started. I'll probably check back on you guys when I have finished my 31st box, because it would be a milestone for me. So talk to you in a minute. First box is done. This is my bathroom box, and I have here lots of things, all kinds of random things. But what I have started doing is I'm really trying to make sure realistically what is it that I'm gonna be using in the next 2-3 weeks, because I think that when I was packing before, I was very conservative because I was just thinking, oh, what if I need to access something or whatever. But then these boxes are all going to storage unit, and so I will have access to it. So what will happen is that if ever at some point I wake up and I realize, oh my god, I don't have an extra shampoo or body lotion, I can always go and get it from my storage. It's not like I won't see my stuff for a year. So I think that has helped with me being able to be more ruthless when it comes to packing. So I put pretty much everything here. This is something I'm tossing. It's new, but I'm not gonna use it. And it has alcohol, and it just didn't work with my hair. So I'm definitely tossing this one. And when it came to my bathroom, I was also again very ruthless. And so I'm tossing these 2 things because they've been open for more than 9 months, which is their stability life. And here I made sure that I have just 1 of each, and then these are things that I can finish, and this is my hair as I showed you yesterday. A few hours later, I had a bit of a freak out because here are all the shipping documents for all my boxes, and here are my boxes. So up to now I have packed 8 boxes. I still have 2 more to go, but I'm a bit tired, and I just don't feel like packing them right now, especially that they're gonna have some of my kitchen stuff. So I will probably pack them tomorrow morning, or if I have a bit of energy later on during the day. But right now I'm like super tired and all nervous. I was looking at all my luggage and I realized I have 2 medium suitcases, 2 tiny suitcases, and then if I go to my room, I also happen to have 2 duffel bags, my backpack, and then 2 handbags here and this tiny one. So definitely, as I was thinking about this, I had a bit of a freak out because just the math doesn't do it, and there is no way I'm going to be able to take all of this at once. So I decided that I'm gonna head to London right after I go to Italy. So I'm gonna go to Italy. I come back, my boxes are sent. And then my sister is supposed to go to London. She already has her own luggage, so I can't really have her carry a lot. So I'm thinking I can give her one suitcase. I would give her one suitcase, one of these, probably the small one over there, just because she would probably be a bit conscious about carrying all that stuff. So I'll give her that one suitcase, and then I take these two, and then I take my duffel bag. And so the next time that I travel, I should have less things to take with me. I also have my tripod, which I have no idea what to do with, and I have my yoga mat. So I'm trying to see if there is a way to actually make them fit in this thing. But I was freaking out a bit, and then I just realized that I was just having this discussion yesterday with one of my colleagues. So we were sitting at work, just if you hear some noise, it's because I'm making tea. But I was talking to my colleague yesterday at work. She was also considering leaving. I'm not sure whether she's gonna leave or not, but this is the type of discussion that we have quite often with my colleagues. I mean, they were pretty open about it. And she was saying that she is very risk averse financially, and I was explaining that I'm actually the same, and that I did manage to save quite a bit of money just so that I make this move so easy for me. So I'm not sure why it took me several hours of me freaking out until I decided to just, you know, hop on a train and take my stuff, because this is why I have been saving money. It's to be able to throw money at the problem so that I don't have that kind of anxiety building up. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. It's quite impressive how much stuff I have accumulated. Yesterday I was talking to my mentor, and you know, just keeping him updated about my whole packing thing, and you know, where I stand in terms of what offers I was looking at, etc. So he advised me on a couple of offers that he said it's not for you, so I declined them. But we were also talking about packing, and he said, you know, God, this is the right time for you to start tossing things. But it's easier said than done. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you that moment, because I have just right now booked the Eurostar, and I told my sister I'm going to be going back with her. And so yeah, I'm going to spend a few more days in London, maybe snap a few interesting photos. That would also allow me to just, you know, be there when my cartons arrived, because I was really freaked out about it, because the company I used ended up using DHL, and I'm not really sure whether DHL are okay with that. We'll see, but just a lot of anxiety as we approach the last month before I move. Moving is always challenging, but when you're moving countries and you're changing career and a lot of things at the same time, it just is too much to take in at once. So I'm just trying to be a bit gentler on myself, because I've been packing like crazy. I just cut off all my nails, just so that I don't like break them further than I have. So yeah, but that's the update. I thought I'd end this vlog on a positive note, because as I was freaking out, this happened. Both my tripod and my yoga mat actually fit in my medium-sized suitcase, so I'm very happy about that, because then I don't have to worry about it, and then I can squeeze anything else. So I am, as always, celebrating with food. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making my ramen. A couple of you guys asked me to share my ramen recipe. To be completely honest, I don't really have a specific recipe for ramen, but I just use whichever ingredients I have. Today I just happen to have a lot of the normal ingredients that I use, so I thought I would share it with you guys. It was not planned, it's just that I really like ramen, and I happened to have everything here. And because I just saw that my tripod and my yoga mat fit, I'm in a very good mood. And these are little things, but when you are so close to so many milestones, everything adds up. So I'm just going to quickly walk you through what I have in here. First, the ramen. I can use different types of noodles, but these just happen to be gluten-free noodles that are wheat-free, vegan, dairy-free. It's not something I personally seek, but you know, whenever I find something like this, I just get it. You only need like 3 minutes for it to cook, so that's nice. Then for my broth, I have a mixture of a lot of things. So the main thing in my broth is actually some soy paste. So this is miso, and the darker it is, the more I like it. So this is just something that I got from the Japanese supermarket. And then I always try to have some sort of veggie. So this is bok choy that I just buy from the supermarket. I also have some fresh shiitake that I got from the Japanese supermarket. I don't like dry shiitake mushrooms because they take forever to cook, so the fresh ones are always nicer. I have some mustard leaves. These are pickled mustard leaves, and I just add them because they help with the salt intake. I actually almost have no salt left, so this is the only thing that I have. I have no salts, no oils. And then I would use a cube like of this stock. So this happens to be organic and without salt, but you could have different types depending on what you like. This is palm oil free also. I use quite different variations, but I just thought that it could be this one. Sometimes if I want to make a stock, I would make it from scratch. I add some dried seaweed because I like the taste that it gives to the bouillon. This is just for garnish. Some parsley. Always have some fresh ginger, and then some spring onions. This is a very sad one. I usually have more than these, but I go through them quite fast. And then for protein, for additional protein, I have some sardines, and I have my soya sauce, and then here I have some kimchi, and a couple eggs also for protein. The first thing that went in was the tough part of the bok choy, so I still have the leaves in here. Then I'm gonna add the mustard leaves, the shiitake. They're very soft, so you don't really feel like you need to cook them, but I just like to add them. And then the broth. You can use chicken broth. Normally ramen is made with like bones, pork bones that are simmered for hours, long hours. But if you, like me, prefer to have a lighter version, then you can go with veggie or you can go with chicken. I now have 3 pans going on, so I'm gonna just add the greens, spring onion. This is not about making a traditional ramen, it's about making one that I'm gonna be able to eat. And I think that because I don't usually get to eat lots of veggies, my ramen is typically quite greens heavy. And these are the noodles. They're only gonna cook for 3 to 4 minutes. I'm not gluten free, they just happen to be that. And then I have here my eggs. I like my eggs very runny, so I'm gonna stop this now. Normally you're supposed to have tamago, which is the egg, done in a specific way, but I don't bother. The last step is assembly and presentation. So I turned off the heat here, and I'm adding my miso paste. I never cook miso paste into this, I always add it at the end. And you would have also noticed that I actually didn't, how do you say it? I didn't add any salt when I was cooking. So I just added here, I will let it, dissolve a bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna drain my noodles. It's very difficult to do all of this with one hand. So noodles are drained, and you have to remember that they're supposed to be stringy. So they're not very they're not like traditional pasta. They almost have a bite back to them when you make them. So the miso paste has now dissolved into the soup. I'm going now to start assembling my plate, and I'll walk you through what I have put. So this is my plate. I'm gonna add these little furikake, which is basically seaweed with some sesame and some wasabi. I drown it in this stuff. As you see, my eggs are very runny. I like them this way because otherwise I find that if they're not as runny, I find it a bit hard to digest. This is just some chili. that I usually add. You can add chili oil, but I don't digest oils very well, so I'd rather add just this like that, and a dash of your soy sauce. And then I have here a little bit of kimchi. Unfortunately, I have already packed my bowl where I typically eat ramen, so I kind of have to eat it in just this thing, which is quite shallow, but I just do with it. I mean, this is not a cooking channel, it's just that I talk about ramen so much that I thought I would show you what I typically do. My sister doesn't like it because it always looks grey, and I always send her pictures of my ramen and she's like, it looks grey, I would never eat that, but fine, I like it. I think it's comfort food, and so I'm gonna just indulge in this, and I thought I would end my vlog on this note. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next vlog. Take care.